To have an excellent child is not only at school, so we don't continue to breed some kind of children that we ought not to.
Good day, welcome to Stakeholders Viewpoint. You know how we do it right here, and it is an amazing time to look at what is happening and then lend voices to what happened and how it's going. I hope you have seen that video last week where we had Dr. Aguloye from Peter Harvard International School telling parents what they need to do. Cut down, prioritize. This is not the time to begin to think of something higher. This is the time to ensure that you manage your finances effectively and then put education at the front burner. All right, talking about that, we are still on that track as we continue to take reactions from our partner schools and then stakeholders talking about school resumption. And this time, the vehicle is taking us also here in Kubwa. We are going straight to Excel Universal Academy, where we have the proprietors talking about how the school has been, how resumption has been for them. Last week, this interview happened last week, first week of resumption, and then talking about the advice to parents and the advice to children, especially when it comes to raising children at this time. She has something very important she has to tell you, and you have to listen to this. See you at the end of the interview.
My name is Folashade Ojo. I'm the proprietress of Excel Universal School at Bazango Extension, Kubwa. Well, first of all, we're going to say thank you to God Almighty, who has given us grace to see yet another year. We are grateful to God. So we are beginning to settle down gradually as a school, and a few of our learners have resumed. We are still expecting a few of them. So far, we are gradually settling down. To be able to meet up with the vision in front of me, to groom excellent learners, well-moral learners, give them the academic standards that they deserve. That has been our priority in Excel School, ensuring that learners are well-groomed in all ramifications, both academically, morally, spiritually, and otherwise. That has always been our goal, to be able to build leaders in them, leaders of tomorrow, who will be able to build themselves and even the country at large. Those leaders whom others are going to be emulating in time to come. Talking about economic reality. Well, my message to parents would be that, first of all, I will pray generally that God provides for them. God, who has been providing, continually provide for them. They are trying their best. They are really trying. Parents are trying at this time. Academically, I would urge parents to put in their best. And one thing that keeps disturbing me is the social media and the technology out there. I hope it will not continually be abused. We are seeing it already. Children are too occupied with gadgets. Social media is taking their time. The technology, let me be specific. Talk, say TV, phones. Most children are glued to playing games and doing some other irrelevant things on their gadgets. So I want to urge parents to please put a close eye and monitor the children's screen time. As much as these sources are good for them, they should also ensure that they are well censored and monitored, so we don't continue to breed some kind of children that we ought not to. And I want them also to look more deeply into their academic work. To have an excellent child is not only at school, it's a combined work from both parents and the school. So there's so much expectations from schools. Schools will continue to try their best. Let me speak for Excel. We'll continue to try our best. But then we need parents to also collaborate with us. I know how busy some of them can be, work and others, but please, they need to give little more time into their children's academic life. To my learners, to every child out there, continue to be good children that you are. Okay, continue to press for more. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. I believe that the sky will be a starting point. Don't give up ever. Don't give up. Whatever you found difficult in the time past, in last term, ensure that you give in your best this term. And before you know it, you will be there. Okay? Even if you failed last term, does not mean you will fail this term. Okay? That failure means that you should push more, give it more attention, and then you see yourself becoming excellent in whatever you do. I wish you well. I wish you a fun-filled and an engaging and educative term in the second term of the year 2025.
Yes, quite interesting. I think it's very important to emphasize on the issue of the screen time, because it's the time for, it's an ICT time, right? It's a trend of ICT. Parents are, basking themselves of how well their children can use phones, can use laptop and all that. But one thing you have to have at the back of your mind is that these things affect their learning ability, especially those of them in the early years. Of course, in the teenage age, you can talk about addiction. In the early years, you can talk about how it affects their learning, because they seek so much of those things from the internet, from the television programs and all that, and then at the end of the day, they tend to forget what they have learned. And you've heard it from her. She says, reduce screen time. Reduce screen time is very important. The time, what is screen time? We're talking about the time they spend using phones, the time they spend watching television, the time they spend using the computer. Reduce screen time. And also, it's also important to tell you this: ensure that the learners are not always sticking their eyes on the screen, because rays from those lights are not good for their eyes actually. So it's very important that we do this. And also, she is also advising, give time to your children. Give time to your children. They are the highest investment for the future, and you don't want to ruin it by pursuing money only to keep it for children who are not trained on how to manage the resources. Education is key. Give them time. Discipline them so that you can get the best out of them. As I let you go today on Stakeholders Viewpoint. Coming up on Stakeholders Viewpoint, next video you are going to see on Stakeholders Viewpoint is the interview with the proprietress, Universal Setting Academy, Mrs. Hogan. Yes. So she is going to be sharing some thoughts. See you in that video next time when it drops in the weekend. Bye for now.